Yesterday we looked at a picture of the rabbit and the turtle, and everybody thought of things that the rabbit has that the turtle doesn't, and things that the turtle has that the rabbit doesn't, and things that they have in common. Let's look over here, and let's make a sentence looking at the words that we have. Here we have turtle and shell, right? Turtle, shell. So, and what does the turtle have? Okay. The turtle has a shell. We have the subject, turtle. What's the verb? Has. What's the object? Shell. Remember, nouns can be subjects and objects, and the subject needs a verb. Now, class. Can somebody over here look at this and give me another sentence with the subject, a verb, and an object? Now, does the turtle run fast? Who runs fast? The rabbit runs fast. The rabbit runs fast. Okay, good. The rabbit runs fast. Now, here we have the subject, and we have the verb, and we have fast. And this tells us how the rabbit runs. So here, fast is an adverb, right? And it's describing the how the rabbit runs. Now, in English, we often have a sentence with a subject, a verb, and an object. We can have a sentence with a subject, a verb, and an adverb. And I'm going to going back here to the turtle hides in its shell. Okay? So now we have the subject, we have a verb, and now we have what we call prepositional phrase. We're going to look at prepositions in class. In, so it tells us where. Where in its shell. So here also object, but this object goes with in, right, in its shell. And I'm going to change this right now to plural. Turtles. So when it's plural, I don't need the anymore. Turtles, what happens to hides? No S. Good. So turtles hide, now in its shell, what happens to its? It's not its. There. Very good, Simon. Excellent. Simon, I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Now, in their shells. Now we can make that and put an S on it. So turtles hide in their shells. So now, Katrina, this first sentence is yes. Make it no. No, make it no.
No? Oh, okay. The turtle doesn't have a...
Good. Doesn't. Doesn't. So the no goes here, and I'm using what? I'm using the very important verb do. When we say no in English, we have to put the do there, right? So the turtle doesn't. What happens to the has? Have becomes the base form. Because now there's the S, right? The turtle doesn't have a shell. Alexandra, can you make this sentence negative? The rabbit runs fast. Doesn't. Okay, and did you hear that? She took the S off here because she knows that's where the S is. The rabbit doesn't run fast. Now, turtles hide in their shells. Haiti. Haiti back there. Haiti, can you make this negative? This is a little harder. Don't. Good, good. Turtles don't. Now we don't have to change. Turtles don't hide in their shells. Good. So we took the yes sentence, made it a no sentence with does. Doesn't, don't. Now, let's make this a yes-no question. A yes-no question. If I want to make this into a yes-no question, what goes first? Does? Good.
Does the turtle
Okay, good. Does the turtle has? Have. So, does the turtle have a shell? Okay, good. Question mark. Thank you. Now, and then look at the rabbit runs fast. Does fast? Yes. Does the rabbit run fast? Yes, it does. Now, let's look at turtles hide in their shells. Do. Very good. Good. So, now, let's look at that. Do turtles hide in their shells? Do turtles hide in their shells? Now, this is a question, a yes-no. Yes, they do. Now, that's a yes-no question. We can answer it yes, we can answer it no. Now we're going to do explanation question. When we use an explanation question, we need another word in front of the do. What are some of the words we use, question words, in explanation questions? What? Okay, so we've got what? Where? When? Why? And then there's a which, and there's a how, right? Now, and a who, thank you, and a who. Now, look at this, because in English, when we speak English, people who speak English, when they ask the question and they want an explanation, for some reason, they like to start the sentence with this what, this WH. Who knows why? But we have the why, the when, the who, the what, the where, the which, the how. And often these words can also be adverbs. But here they're the question words. Now, we can say, why do the turtles hide in their shells? We can say, when do the turtles hide in their shells? We could say, where do the turtles hide in their shells? We could also say, where do the turtles hide? In their shells. Which turtles hide in their shells, maybe, right? So, how do turtles hide in their shells? Here, we have to explain. Now, what we're going to do is this. I'm going to put you guys in groups of 3. And looking at the newsprint, you're going to create 5 to 7 sentences. Let's say 7 sentences. With maybe a subject, a verb, and an object, subject, a verb, and an adverb, subject, verb, prepositional phrase. Yes, affirmative. Here's the class. Busy working on 7 sentences. Some students have been checking the newsprint, looking for prompts for their sentences. Everybody's busy at work, getting the sentences. As you can see here, I have folded newsprint in half, so they're going to do the 7 sentences on the top, the affirmative. What they don't know yet is they're going to be doing negative sentences on the bottom. So we can see here that the first part is done. The 7 affirmative sentences are on the top, and the bottom is empty. This is where the negative is going to go. Now, here's one example of work that some students have done. And here they cross something out. They say the rabbit eat a carrot. Now they cross this out, and then they just put in the rabbit eat a carrots. Do I need to make any changes here? the rabbit eat a carrot. What's wrong?
Eats.
Okay, eats. So the rabbit eats, so I'm going to put something there. Eats a... Is that plural? There's no S because it's an right? A carrot means one carrot. We could say the rabbit eats carrots. And then if it's plural, we're not going to put an a. A means one, right? The turtle has a tail. Now I said, this is okay, but I said try to use different verbs. So we have eat, we have walk, here we have has. Here they have a has, a has, a has. I said different verbs. Lazy. The rabbit gives birth. The turtle, of course, gives birth, but there's an expression we have with the egg. The chickens do it too. The turtle, what does the turtle do? Lays, thank you. The turtle lays eggs. Now, the rabbit has a fur. There's no up. The rabbit jumps so high. What's wrong with this sentence? So we want to put an S here, right? And do I spell high H-I-G-H-T? So I'm going to delete the T, right? So now this is corrected. What you guys are going to do is get markers. Each of you can take a marker, go around and read the rest, and do any corrections that you think are necessary. Everybody up.
No skin. Skin. Fur.
Each group is taking a newsprint that is not theirs, and they're going to change the affirmative sentences to negative. So the yes becomes no. So now the students have done affirmative and negative, and they've all looked over them, corrected things. Though there were mistakes in the affirmative, having corrected things, you will notice that in the negative, the students really haven't made any mistakes. They've crossed things out and changed things, but there really are no mistakes. Now they're all working on yes-no questions. And before we started, we just quickly went over because students said, oh, yes-no questions. We can use do, does, did. And I said yes. But also we went over all of the other helping verbs, saying that, of course, we can ask yes-no questions with any.
Rabbit. Jumps. Number 7. Any question.
Any yes-no. It must be yes-no, right? Not explanation. And what do yes-no questions do? Yes-no questions begin with a helping verb. Yes? Do they? Yes, they do. Group, are we all doing different sentences, or are we working together here?
We're working together.
You're working together for sure. Not.
We need.
We're doing 7 questions, not 21, right? 7 questions.
Okay.
Good.
After later.
Good.
Pick up the best one.
Good.
It's okay?
Okay. So taking the yes-no into the explanation.
When rabbit wants to jump.
These two are still just discussing.
When rabbit wants to jump.
Okay, now, when,
The rabbit wants to jump.
now, if that's the question, when the rabbit wants to jump, I need a helping verb there.
Yeah.
When,
When
When
the rabbit
but what helping verb do I need there?
when
When does.
When does.
Good.
Does.
When does. That's what I'm going to need there, right? When does.
The rabbit
Wants to jump.
When does the rabbit wants to jump?
want.
Want.
Want to jump.
When does the rabbit want to jump? Because the want, the main verb, becomes the base form, right?
When does the rabbit want to jump?
Yeah. When does.
When the class is doing corrections and talking together, it's good to let them go as long as they're going. And I let it happen until everybody starts to sit down again. If it takes half hour, it takes half an hour. If it takes 15 minutes, it takes 15 minutes. It takes as long as it takes. The class is doing the corrections. We can see here why the rabbit is a pet, and one of the students uses the move this word to moving the is to why is the rabbit a pet. Again here, moving the can, why can the turtle swim? So you can see here the correction marks that now the students are making. Fatimata, which question would you like?
When does the rabbit eat carrots?
And she's going to write it on the side with the lines, okay? Katrina, what's your question?
Why could rabbits jump so high?
Why does the rabbit jump so high? Why does the rabbit jump so high? That's her question. No, nobody can pick that one. So, I'm going to end this part of the activities, activity 2, with an index card. And what the students are going to do is, they're going to come and each student is going to select an explanation question that they think is very interesting. And I'm going to call on a student at a time, and they're going to tell me which question they think is interesting that they would like to ask. Then they're going to write the question on the index card and on the side that has the lines. The answer is going to be put on the other side. So there will be the question and the answer. Now, they're going to write the question themselves. They're going to be in a group of 3. And in the group of 3, they're going to discuss the questions that they've selected and what are the proper answers. So this is going to be done as a group. When this is finished and everybody actually has the answer, their question with an answer, I am going to collect all of them and shuffle them, and I'm going to hand them out again, and the students are going to get questions that they didn't write, but in their groups again they're going to discuss the questions and look at the answers, and then everybody is going to stand up, ask someone a question, they're going to stand up and answer it, and then the person who answers the question then reads from their card. So, Diana, you have a question?
Yeah. When you ask, when does the rabbit eat carrots? And I can say, the rabbit eats carrots when he's hungry or when he's hungry.
This is the question. When does the rabbit eat carrots, right? Now, the answer here says the rabbit eat carrots when he hungry. Now, okay, eats. So the rabbit eats carrots when he hungry? Now we could say it or we could say he. We're going to usually say it for an animal. But what's missing here? The rabbit eats carrots. How many subjects are in this answer?
Objects?
Subjects. How many subjects are in the answer?
Rabbit.
Okay, rabbit's the one subject, and what's the other subject? There's another subject.
Carrots?
No, carrot's the object,
No.
right?
Subject is other subject is
He. Okay, very good, Fatimata. Now, Fatimata, the subject is he. Does he have a verb? Is there a verb there? Where's the verb?
Hungry.
No.
He is-
Hungry is an adjective.
He is hungry.
Is hungry, right? So when he is, we have two subjects in there, we need two verbs. So, and then it's perfect. So over here we're working on our answers, we're even using the dictionary.
No. Yeah.
So we're looking for the words here working together. We have bilingual dictionaries and an English dictionary. Spanish bilingual, Chinese bilingual, and the English dictionary as well.
Why can the rabbit run fast?
Why can the rabbit run fast, Jenny?
Because have the long leg. Why does the turtle run slowly?
Pardon?
Why does the turtle run slowly?
Because the turtle has short legs. Where can turtle swim? Where can turtle swim?
In the water.
The turtle swim in the water. Which do you prefer for a pet, a rabbit or a turtle? Which do you prefer for a pet, a rabbit or a turtle?
Rabbit, I prefer. When can the turtle walk fast?
When the turtle is scarce.
Why does the rabbit have long ears?
Because the rabbit can listen. Why do you like turtle?
Because the turtle is cute.